welcome back to another episode of F1 2019 career mode. This episode is racing with Austria GP. I don't think we're doing any upgrades, so let's get into qualifying.
Thank you for joining us once again for today's qualifying session. Sit back, relax, and enjoy what we hope will be a fantastic contest for pole position. When it comes to getting lap time out of this circuit, it's traditionally been about maximising top speed. Do you simply remove as much downforce as possible, hang on into the corners and max out down the straights?
The teams will have arrived with all manner of parts designed to capitalise on the long straights. The cars will be that much harder to drive in the corners, but everyone will be in the same boat.
Okay, going into this qualifying session, I'm just going to try and do decent here in these qualifying laps because they're Austrian straight, so we should be doing pretty good on those. Don't know about the middle sector. And it's P4 for our first lap, and just go out for a second lap. We're in P18, we are in the green, so we're going to be doing a better lap than we did the last one. That puts us up in a P5, so we actually got some really good pace here. It seems at the start, Russell. Our teammate gets 18th, but let's see if our pace or speed moves on in Q2. And we did one lap there, but it only was 12th position. So let's get into the race.
Good afternoon and welcome to Spielberg, and to a circuit that in one form or another has held every Austrian Grand Prix in the championship, except the very first back in 1964. It was at this race that John Watson lost a bet and his beard when he took Team Penske's only F1 victory in 1976. If anything, the stakes are even higher today, with 25 points available for victory and a crucial advantage in the championship fight. It's a short lap here in Spielberg with just 10 corners, 7 rights and 3 lefts, making up the total distance of 2.6 miles. And expect to see a lot of cars running wide today, especially through the last corner, as the wet conditions make the cars skittish through the downhill sections. Alongside me once again for coverage of today's race, it's none other than the great Anthony Davidson. So, let's briefly discuss Lewis Hamilton. As ever, the threat of unreliability is never far away, and indeed they'll be starting out of position today due to a power unit component change. So it's going to be a difficult task to move forward from there.
But on the bright side, at least those fresh components can help them maintain the power they need to come through the pack. I expect to see them take a more aggressive approach today to make up for the compromised start.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Gasly, Sebastian Vettel and Perez, Norris, Weber, Magnussen and Devon Butler. Hamilton, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. And a Williams, Kimi Raikkonen and Hülkenberg, Stroll, Albon, Carlos Sainz and Roman Grosjean. Russell and Daniel Ricciardo fills the last spot on the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Okay, so let's go to the grid. It looks like it's going to be raining for the first part of the race. So we're going to be starting on intermediate tires. And also, you saw when they were going through the grid that Hamilton got a penalty, so he's starting 11th, so he's just starting right next to us. Just gonna just fuel it a little bit, so I upped it up a little. We're going to do the one-stop strategy on the inters, but it's most likely we're going to have to pit, and we're probably going to go on like hards or mediums after. go to the 5 red light. And away we go. We had a pretty good start, but in the second phase of the start we kind of lose out a little bit. We got a good start. Hulkenberg goes down to the inside. We dive bomb, but Roman Grosjean dive bombs a lot more people. It's raining. It's kind of hard to see from all the spray kicking up off the cars. But we've lost a position to Grosjean. We will move down to P13. We're gonna dive bomb to the inside of Grosjean. And a lot more cars. They were getting the P8s. We were dive on like 5 cars in one turn there. But Weber's gonna go around our outside because he got a better exit off the turn. We have Devin Butler behind. So the last 3 points positions are filled by my F2 rivals. And Weber's not gonna sit back in P9. He's gonna try and overtake us for P8. We're going to go side by side into the long left hand. It's going to turn into a chicane here. And we're still going side by side. Weber pulls ahead, and we're going to have to give up that position to him at the moment. And since we got a bad exit, Hamilton tried to get us, so he's overtaking Butler. And Butler moved down to P11. And Weber's starting to pull away from us. Hamilton is gaining on the straights, which is expected, and we're probably going to move down to P10 here as Hamilton is going down inside, and we're actually able to defend the first turn there, but he's going to go to our outside and then complete the move before the turn. We're going to try and look to the outside here, but nothing really going to come of it. Actually, we're able to make a switchback move, but Hamilton in the Mercedes car, and we just don't have the speed to actually compete with him, so unless we just dive bomb. That's like the only way we're gonna be able to keep with him, is just by dive bombing into the turns. But you can see he's just much faster than us, even if we just keep dive bombing into those braking zones into the turns. Just overall, just gonna get us. There he goes. But now we have to worry about Devin Butler, who's right behind. We're just gonna have to defend against him to stay in the points paying positions. And on the lap 3, there's a yellow flag for a little bit there. It's Kevin Magnussen's out, so, that was a bad exit from us there. Almost spun the car out. And Butler is going to get a better exit, go around to our outside. We're going to have to stay with him and maybe make a move to the inside on this right-hander. We do. We go a little deep into the turn, and he just switches back and takes a position. And we move on to lap 7. There's another yellow flag. Something must have happened behind us, and Albon's out, and Raikkonen. So I wonder if there's a crash here. Raikkonen's going slow. Ooh. And Albon just hit him as they went off the turn. He just wasn't ready for that. I think Raikkonen was going to retire from the session there. I think he had like a mechanical failure or something. Yeah, Albon couldn't even see where Raikkonen was because the car in front of him was blocking him. That's unlucky. That's 3 cars out in the first 9 laps of the race, but the rain seems to dive down, and I think we were going to change our strategy to go into the soft set of tires. Butler has pulled away, but we're also a decent amount ahead of Grosjean, so we're kind of in no man's land right now. But we are inside of Butler, and it looks like Grosjean is under pressure. Hulkenberg DRS is enabled, so we are definitely going to pit on this lap for some dry set of tires. From what it looked like on the start of the race with the weather forecast, it seemed like the rain would last a bit longer than it actually did in the race. But I feel like we can be more aggressive when we switch over to the tires because we don't have to worry about the wet track. And once we switch on to the dry tires, we're going to have to chase down Butler to try and score some points. And we're in a pit lane. I think everybody is pitting ahead of us right now. Yep, and even behind us, Russell's coming in. Very hectic pit lane right now. We might get held up a little bit on the exit. Yes, we do. Just a little. But not that bad. We're still in P11, so we didn't lose any positions. Oh, Carlos Sainz, he must have pit on the lap earlier. Which is pretty smart. He's gonna try and pass us on the inside, but we go wide on the exit there, bad on the braking, but we are able to keep the position and I think stay ahead of Sainz, but he does set the fastest lap of the race on the next lap. He goes to our inside. It looks like Butler and Verstappen are fighting ahead of us, and then they just kind of squeeze out Sainz, and we're able to stay in P11. And Verstappen and Butler are slowing each other down, which is good, because later on that lap we're able to catch up to Butler, who seems to be struggling a little bit as we're able to catch up to him. And we have DRS on him, so we probably should be able to make this move on the straight on lap 12. And we go to the outside, squeeze him to the corner, and then take DRS again on the next straight. Later on going to lap 18, it looks like Verstappen has overtaken Weber and Sainz has overtaken Butler behind us, and we're close up in the braking zone to Weber, and we get DRS once again, and we're going to try and make this move on the straight. We go to the inside, turns to the outside for the little kink, and then we're going to be on the inside for this sharp turn, and we were able to make the move work. But he's gonna have DRS on us on this straight, so he's gonna pull to our outside, and then we're gonna be able to defend from him going on the inside of the right-hander there. And we stay in P9 with Verstappen ahead, but I don't really expect to catch up to him with how good the downforce is on that car, and so they'll be just one away from us in the middle sector. So there's no real hope in catching that. We just kind of got to protect our position now and score as many points as possible. But as I was saying, that Weber goes down our inside. I swoop around the outside, get a good exit. He taps us a little bit, which slows us down, keeps us on the curb. But we do have DRS now, and we go to the outside of Weber, and then we're gonna swing around the outside. Bad on the braking still. I just can't. The brakes just don't feel very good, and they keep going wide into these hard braking zones. But Weber with DRS pulls around us and completes a move, so we're down to P10. Now I'm gonna just try and stick with Weber through this section. And note, we're gonna dive bomb into this corner, which is unusual. We bang tires a lot. I lose the back end, and when I try and recreate the car, I hit Weber, which slows him down, so he can't pull away. We hit again, as Weber tries to pull to the racing line, but I am there, so he ends up hitting us. And he is able to stay ahead as we go to lap 20, and we're still with them. We have DRS, so we're probably going to make this overtake here. We got pretty good in a straight line. He goes defensive. We pull to the outside. I'm going to go around the outside in the first turn. We're going to squeeze him, and we're going to take that position. Now we move on to lap 24. A couple laps later, we're going to pit again. I don't know what set of tires we're going to be on, though. But it looks like a couple cars have already pit because we're in P8 right now. And Norris is behind us. So as we come into the pit lane, I don't know about people I've been racing, but it looks like that Weber did pit. It's a very quick pace of 1.8 seconds. Yep, Weber did use an P11. And I think he's just coming around the first turn. He's actually done an undercut on us. But I think we're going to be able to get him because he's not too far ahead. Sainz and Stroll battling behind us. We're going to make the dive bomb into this tight turn here. And he's going to get a better exit, but we have DRS on him, so that's going to help us on the straight. And we're going to barely stay ahead. We just go to this long right-hander and get back up in the P10, so we're still in the points. And now we go to lap 36, so nothing's really happened during that time, I guess, and seems like we just kind of pulled away from Weber, but didn't have the speed to catch Hulkenberg, so it looks like we're going to finish the race in P10, so we're going to score 1 point.
So Mercedes have won it, and what a great race it was. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
Well, this was a real team victory. They put together a solid strategy today that appeared well suited to the conditions out on track. The driver did everything that was expected of them in the moment to really execute the team's plan to perfection. A shining example of how F1 really is a team sport.
Approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today. Driver standings have changed.
So it looks like Bottas has won the first, won this race, and then Leclerc and Vettel take second and third. Hamilton made a good recovery. He came from 11th on the grid, and he moved himself up to 5th, so he's moved up 6 places. And Russell moved up a place. He got, or a couple places. He got P15, so he moved up. He made 4 positions from the start of the race, which is pretty good. We extend our advantage over Butler by 1 point, so it's now, we got 9, he's got 6. That's kind of what I want to do. And that pushes us closer to Lucas Weber, who is at 14 points. But there's three drivers who haven't scored points: Russell, Albon, and Grosjean. And I really hope Russell can score some points for us. But in the constructors' standings, looks like Mercedes caught a ton.
Great
They're
work
way
out there
ahead.
today. Let's have your thoughts. There wasn't much between you and Lucas by the finish today.
And don't remember which one I was gonna pick here. I think it's like he has a great car and a great team behind him.
You really looked in control of your car out there. Your team must be thrilled.
I think I chose the right one. I couldn't do this without. Oh no, I chose the left. Showmanship.
How do you feel the weather
I
affected
don't
the
even know my
outcome
own
today?
decisions. Choose the left one there for cruiser sportsmanship
Great.
rating.
Well, that's everything.
Yeah, okay, cool. So in the rivalry, we are ahead just by a little bit there, by 4 points. And we're gonna gain a good amount of resource points here, I think. But if you guys did enjoy this episode of my F1 2019 career mode, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Finishes like that will look good
See
on
you
your
guys in the
contact
next one.
reviews.